Christine Carr. This is me, Christine Carr.
Thank you, Madam. Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. As she said, my name is Christine Carr, and just very briefly, I am from Dubuque, Iowa originally. I have lived in the Atlanta area for about 18 years. I have 3 children. And tonight, what I'm going to do with my speech is basically break down my life into 3 components. And those components, specifically certain dates, bring out those components. And the story begins in 1965. Basically, my parents were young, in their early 20s. It was a cold March day, 1965. My mom goes into labor in the middle of the night. They're at the hospital. My dad's in the delivery, not in the delivery room, the waiting room, because back then dads didn't get to go in the room with the mom. So the nurse comes out. My dad is standing there. The nurse comes out with 2 babies. And he says, "Which one is mine?" And the nurse says, "Both of them." And it was a complete surprise because they didn't have ultrasound back then. The obstetrician had not heard 2 heartbeats or anything. My mom was pretty darn big, but they thought, okay, it was just going to be a big baby. So my brother and I came as a pretty big surprise. My parents moved into a house shortly after that. They had only had a small apartment. So that 1965 delineates family to me. And here, actually, I like visuals, so I brought a couple visuals. Not the best quality. That's my twin brother and I, and these are my other siblings. Okay, so the next, fast forward to 1988, and in June 1988 finds Christine, myself, in Iowa City, Iowa. I just graduated from the University of Iowa from their School of Nursing, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I work today, so I just wore my scrubs from today. But as Liz said, I've been a baby nurse pretty much all of my career in the newborn ICU. And I'm also branching out in January, and I'm going to start teaching at the College of Nursing at KSU. So that's going to start in the spring semester. And I work with medically fragile children in my other part-time job, birth to 5 years old. So that's my second facet of who Christine is my profession of nursing. And fast forward it again to 2004, and by this time I have 3 children and a very rocky marriage at that time. So just to give you a bit of a background, I was a Catholic, born and raised, Catholic schools for 12 years, went to church every Sunday, and at best I was like a lukewarm Christian. But in January 2004, I met the Lord in a personal way. He changed me. I have not been the same since, and it was a dramatic transformation, fundamentally changed who I am. So basically, Christine, what tells you who I am is I'm very family-oriented. I am very much described by being a nurse and also by being a Christian. And thank you, Madam
Tonight, one of our advanced members is going to come up here just briefly and do a wonderful evaluation of our one speaker tonight in the CC manual, Anthonia.
Thank you, Mr.
fellow Toastmaster, and especially Christine. Christine, I like the way you came up here, and one strong point that you already have is your gesture. I could relate to how you carry those twins, baby boy and girl. I could relate to you because I have one of those myself.
Wow.
So you have a very strong, you use your body to give us the visual. And your topic was, you already know your topic because it's about you. And I like the way you break it down from birth. When the year you were born, you had a twin brother, and you graduated nursing in 1988. You're a Christian, 2004. You have 3 children. I feel I know a little bit about you. What I need to know about you, I think I know you. You're family oriented, you're a Christian, and you're a nurse. That I know about you. Then if you use notes, it's not really obvious. You did a very good job because you take a look at it, you already know what you're talking about. You really don't need the note if you used one. It's not obvious to me if you did or not, but that was a good job, whatever you did here. Then, if I may offer suggestion, I would say come out, you kind of, maybe sign of nervousness a little bit, but as time goes on, just step away a little bit from the podium and focus on particular audience and talk, then move to this area and address the people here also, like that. Then I will also suggest that when you use props, kind of arrange them because you were struggling with them a little bit to figure out which one comes first. Put them in. I organize them a little bit so that you will have easy access to it. What I liked most about your presentation was it was well organized. It has a definite opening, body, and conclusion. And I also like the way you came up here in your professional attire so that we can relate that you're a nurse. And that one will stick with us. And I look forward for your next speech.
Thank you.
Fantastic evaluation, Anthonia, Christine. Sure she got a lot out of that. And I just want to add to new members, as I've gone back, completed the CC and the CL, going back, which is your 10 speeches and your 10 leadership projects. Early on and throughout, you go back to these evaluations and you, honest to goodness, learn from them. As soon as you go to the 4th and the 5th and the 6th, if you'll take the time to go back with these proper evaluations done exactly like you just witnessed, and go back and learn from those weak points and redefine those strong points, it will make you a better speaker. So great job, Anthonia. That was a fantastic evaluation.